Will Guy Gardner become the new Deadpool? A cinematic version of the surly hero from Green Lantern comics won't likely rise to the heights of Marvel's wildly successful comedic crossover wisecracker, but a live-action power ring-wielding egomaniac with a fearless attitude has much potential. Even though Guy Gardner shares personality traits with supervillains, he's not, well, a bad guy. Guy Gardner is a hero, albeit a grating one to his colleagues. His quirkiness might make him a future top box office ticket seller. The upcoming release of James Gunn's Superman will introduce many mainstream movie-going audiences to the member of the Green Lantern Corps who will never receive a Lantern of the Month award. If the depiction goes over well enough with audiences, Warner Brothers and the DC Comics theatrical universe could have a solid franchise that captures Deadpool fans waiting for another Wade Wilson cinematic go-around. Unlike Deadpool, it took a long time for Guy Gardner to gain a following, one admittedly much smaller than Deadpool's, but how massive was Iron Man's or Blade's following before they hit the big screen? Guy Gardner's spin-a-rack past won't mean much to current audiences, but comic book fans may appreciate Gardner's interesting history. Let's return to 1968 and check out Green Lantern Volume 2, Issue 59. Writer John Broome and artists Gil Kane and Sid Green likely never thought the character they devised for a standard monthly issue would catch on years later. Guy Gardner's debut isn't a stellar issue, and the first third serves as a way to retell Hal Jordan's origin story. In those days, you had to catch new readers up with a hero by retelling the origin while giving regular readers something new. The Guardians' memory machine gives Hal a look into a speculative reality where Guy Gardner, a gym teacher without fear, picks up the ring. Guy's journey starts no different from Hal's, as Guy takes on Hal's villains and wears the ring honorably. Guy finds himself in a new adventure as he heads to a planet ruled by children, the last survivors of the Yellow Plague that killed all the adults. The children form two factions and are always at war. Green Lantern Guy Gardner arrives to show them the error of their ways, but tragedy strikes. Guy catches the Yellow Plague but is able to choose Hal Jordan to be the next Green Lantern right before the plague ends his life. The alternate timeline shows that Hal Jordan was always fated to be a Green Lantern. Honestly, Guy's story could easily have been a throwaway Hal story sans tragic ending. Perhaps since the first third retold Hal's origin, the creative used the alternate timeline gimmick to make the generic one-shot story unique. Issue 59's cover features Guy knocking Hal out, suggesting he's the new hard-ass GL who will take Hal's place. Never happens. The Guy Gardner in this story hardly shares traits with the wilder character from the 1980s and 1990s. Borrowing a phrase from Bane, that will come later. As for what comes later in our look at early Guy Gardner, we'll take a look at in Part 2 the post-crisis on Infinite Earth's early development of the new, improved, and obnoxious Guy Gardner.